Together, page 37. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namaha. Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरया जय मंगलमूर्ति मोरया जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरया जय मंगलमूर्ति मोरया जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरया ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय श्री गणपति भगवान की जय
Om, page 43. सर्वेशा विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका आशकी नमो विनायका
विनायका अंगुशक्तवलिका तुम विघ्नेश्वरा
Jai Ganesh Deva, page 41.
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Gati Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Gati Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Laduvan ka bhog lage संत करे सेवा, लड्डुओं का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, माता जाहि पार्वती पिता महादेवा, माता जाहि पार्वती पिता महादेवा। एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, माथे पे सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी, माथे पे पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया, बांझन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया। भव से पार करो नाथ भजन करो तेरा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। माता जाति पार्वती पिता महादेवा। माता जाति पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जो तेरा ध्यान करे ज्ञान मिले उसको। जो तेरा ध्यान धरे ज्ञान मिले उसको। छोड़ तुझे और भला जाऊं मैं किसको। छोड़ तुझे और भला जाऊं मैं किसको। ये देवा कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। माता जाति पार्वती पिता महादेवा। माता जाति पार्वती पिता महादेवा। माता जाति पार्वती पिता महादेवा। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। श्री गणपति भगवान की जय।
Revered Pravrajika Ishtaprana Mataji, dear sisters, brothers, and loving children, Om Namo Narayanaya. We welcome you to this evening's satsang. We are gathered with profound joy and reverence to observe the auspicious occasion of Sri Ganesh Chaturti. Tonight we are privileged to listen to Dr. Usha Vastari, an internationally acclaimed neuroscientist, dedicated teacher, prolific writer, devoted social worker, and the co-founder of the Yoga Kshema Rehabilitation and Wellness Center. Her work has been recognized on a global scale with presentations at esteemed international conferences and numerous interviews on television and radio channels in India and the USA. She is the author of numerous research papers and abstracts published in renowned scholarly journals. Dr. Vastari's unique passion lies in the convergence of science and spirituality, fostering a holistic approach to living. Many of us have had the pleasure of attending her enlightening workshops, where she has shared her wisdom on multiple topics. Today, Dr. Vastari will share her insights on Sri Ganesha. We kindly request Dr. Vastari to deliver her discourse.
स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye namaha. My loving pranams to revered Mataji. My loving pranams to devotees, the seekers of knowledge. It's truly a blessing, Mataji, to be able to be here on Ganesha Chaturti day and try and express whatever I know in a different format today. Yes, there is no PowerPoint presentation today. Ganesha festival is the most popular festival celebrated throughout India and many different countries. You already know that. And this festival celebrates Ganesha as the god of new beginnings and the god who removes the obstacles, as well as the god of wisdom and intelligence. And there are many stories in the life of Lord Ganesha, as we are all aware of. Let's just take a couple of incidents in the life of Lord Ganesha, and let's see how we can change our perspective on these stories and see what we can learn from them. I've just chosen 3 stories. The first one is a story of Shiva's Atmalingam. You know, the Hindu mythology is the most ancient collection of stories, practices, beliefs, traditions, disciplines, and even the ideals which we worship. Largely speaking, the followers of these ideals in Hinduism can be categorized into 3 separate parties. These groups are Vaishnavites, Shaivites, and Shaktites, which is the name given to the followers of Vishnu, Shiva, and Shakti, respectively. Talking about Shaivism, Ravana was the greatest devotee of Lord Shiva. He was a Brahmin by caste and the most knowledgeable at that time. A great scholar and a king too. He had 10 heads, as we know, which represented his knowledge of 6 different Shastras and 4 Vedas. But even this knowledge of 6 Shastras and 4 Vedas was not able to provide him the virtue that was needed to keep his pride in check. Always wanting more from life, Ravana desired immortality and invincibility. For this purpose, he worshipped and did severe penance and tapas with his whole heart, with greatest devotion, to obtain Atmalinga, or the soul of Shiva, which is supposed to give its possessor immortality and invincibility. Pleased by Ravana's devotion, Lord Shiva appeared before him and asked him his wish. When the Lord appeared before him, Lord Shiva, Ravana asked for Atmalinga. Lord Shiva allows Ravana the possession of Atmalinga on one condition, and the condition that during his journey back to Lanka, the Atmalinga should never touch the ground, failing which the linga will never be able to move away from that particular place. Meanwhile, all the gods in the three worlds were very much worried about the catastrophe that might befall on account of this. They wanted to stop Ravana from taking the Atmalingam, but no one could dare to do so. And to cut the story short, Bhagavan Vishnu and Lord Ganesha, having understood the evil intentions of Ravana, intervened in a clever manner such that Ravana could not take the Atmalinga to Sri Lanka. Lord Ganesha knew about the daily routine of Ravana, which included evening prayers of Vandana, Sandhya Vandana, or the Gayatri mantra, which we just recited. While Ravana approached what now is called Gokarna in the state of Karnataka, that is where I come from, Lord Vishnu blackened out the sun, making it look like it is dusk. And Ravana was now in a situation where he had to perform the puja, but was unable to figure out how to do so, because without keeping the sacred Atmalinga on the ground, how am I going to do the puja, especially the Sandhya Vandana? Ravana started looking for a human help with whom he can entrust the Atmalingam. He then spotted a young cowherd returning home with the cattle. Little did Ravana know that he was being tricked by the gods. As he was badly in need of help, he called out the young boy for help, who was none other than our Lord Ganesha himself in disguise. Initially, the boy refused to hold the Atmalingam, but on repeated requests from Ravana, the boy agreed on one condition. And the boy said that when he finds it difficult to hold the heavy Atmalingam, he will call Ravana 3 times. And if Ravana fails to reach the boy in time after the 3rd call, he will place the Atmalingam on the ground. King Ravana had no other option but to agree for his condition. So Ravana places the Atmalingam in Ganesha's hand, and he runs fast to the Arabian Sea to perform Gayatri Japa, Sandhya Vandana. He started doing his prayers as fast as he could, but Lord Ganesha, who was waiting for the opportune time, already gave 2 calls. And Ravana, who quickly completed his prayers, started running towards the boy as fast as he could and shouting at him to hold the lingam until he reaches. But as it was a pre-planned act, as Ravana was about to reach the boy, Ganesha places the Atmalingam on the ground, and the enraged Ravana chased the boy, who ran for his life. He pretends to run for his life. So as per our Hindu scriptures, the place where Atmalingam got fixed to the ground on the earth is Gokarnam, which is on the west coast of Karwar in Karnataka. And later, Sri Mahabaleshwar temple was built in the place where the Atmalingam got fixed. So hence Gokarna became one of the holiest pilgrimages for Hindus and is now known by the name Bhu Kailas, that is Kailas, the abode of Shiva on earth. Let's see what this story symbolizes, right? Ganesha is both Vigna Karaka and Vigna Haraka. Ganesha brings hurdles and barriers and creates enough challenges, that is Vigna Karaka, and also helps us to come out of the challenges, Vigna Haraka. Just being successful, intelligent, and having a great job is never enough. What we do with that success, what we do with that intelligence, and what we do with that wealth is what matters. Ganesha knew that Ravana, though highly intelligent, a Brahmana, and a king, did not have the noble intentions to use the Atmalinga in the right way. So Ganesha was able to bring hurdles, Vignakaraka, so that the Atmalingam would not reach Ravana's kingdom, that is Lanka. Not only did Ganesha prevent Atmalingam to reach Lanka, but also made the Atmalinga available for every one of us by placing it on the ground at Gokarna to bring it back to earth. He could have taken it to Kailas, but he placed it on earth so that all of us could benefit from it. So we need to be aware not only about our wrong thoughts, wrong feelings, wrong actions. We know that they have consequences, but also wrong intentions. Wrong intentions also have consequences. This aspect of Vignakaraka, Ganesha being Vignakaraka, can be taken in a negative way, and we can be afraid of Ganesha for being Vignakaraka. However, it's also possible for us to take it in the most positive way, have utmost faith, and say to ourselves, Ganesha is there to look out for us. He will not allow us to think and speak anything harmful either to ourselves or to others. When any activity is done for self-centered and selfish means is bad enough. But while being selfish, to also purposefully be stumbling blocks to good work and bring hardships for innocent people is when Ganesha will become Vignakaraka for such activities, so that he can benefit the greater good, just like how he prevented Ravana to take the Atmalingam back to Sri Lanka. So again and again we see and we understand that everything is about our mind and everything is in our mind. This is where we chant the Gayatri mantra, which we just did, and pray for Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Let our Dhi Shakti, our intelligence be illumined and awakened. Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Let's see. We'll go to the second story. Story about Ganesha being the stenographer of Vedavyasa. We know all these stories, but it's always nice to hear glories of Ganesha through the stories. We have done that through bhajans, beautiful bhajans. It's in a different format to continue with that state of mind through stories. It is believed that sage Vyasa conceived the Mahabharata when he conceived this Mahabharata, the epic, he knew that it was too good a story to be written by any ordinary scribe. After searching for a long time, he suddenly realizes that Lord Ganesha was the one who could write as he dictated the Mahabharata for him. So Vedavyasa approached Lord Ganesha, and Lord Ganesha agreed to write the Mahabharata, but on one condition. The condition being that he would write the Mahabharata only if sage Vyasa would recite to him non-stop, without even a pause. Sage Vyasa agreed to Lord Ganesha's condition, but he also had a counter condition. The condition being that Lord Ganesha would not write anything without fully understanding each word, each sentence, and even the plot. Lord Ganesha agreed to sage Vyasa's condition, and so the writing of the Mahabharata began. Lord Ganesha, as we know, was very quick at writing, and hence he wrote at a great speed. This is where the wit and wisdom of Vedavyasa prevailed. He would purposely put some complex sentences in between, which would take Lord Ganesha time, a little bit more time to understand before he could write it down. This allowed Vyasa to catch a breath and also think in his head as to how the next sentences would be framed. And it's also believed that while writing at a very fast speed, Lord Ganesha broke the stylus with which he was writing the epic Mahabharata. But since he could not stop, he broke a piece of his tusk and continued. That's one of the stories that describe why Lord Ganesha is known as Ekadanta, one who has just one tusk, the Lord who has just one tusk. This tale of Ganesha being the stenographer of Vyasa has a lot to teach us. And let's find out what they are. The selfless act of Lord Ganesha, who broke a piece of his own tusk to write this famous epic Mahabharata when his stylus broke, tells us that when it comes to gaining knowledge, no sacrifice is enough. Similar to the persevering and also creative nature of Ganesha, we should also not stop at any length when it comes to learning. This is where our Master's most valuable and eternal message for people of all ages come to my mind, which is, as long as I live, so long do I learn. Likewise, Vedavyasa's wit and spontaneity teach us that we can counterbalance any arduous, demanding such situation with some quick thinking. For instance, Vedavyasa's counter condition that Ganesha could not write the epic without understanding each word, each sentence, and even the plot, gave him some breathing space in between. This also shows us that when people with right interest and the passion work together, one can do a lot of work and create wonders working towards a greater cause. And this is where Swami Vivekananda's statement comes to my mind. He says, quote, "Give me few men and women who are pure and selfless, and I shall shake the worlds," unquote. Just go that extra mile, whether to teach something new and worthwhile, or to learn something new and worthwhile. Just go that extra mile. Understand the importance of knowledge, as knowledge is precious. And knowledge is everything. However, just gaining knowledge is just the beginning. Knowledge has to be put into practice to turn it into wisdom. So we need to keep asking ourselves, how can I turn my knowledge into action? And figure out ways and means to turn that knowledge into action so that we can gain the wisdom. So the last story, which again you all know, let's see what it is. One day, the Vedic sage Narada came with the mango fruit to Kailas, the abode of Shiva. The entire family was in a joyous mood where Parvati and Shiva were laughing at the naughty mischiefs of their little children, Ganesha and Muruga. Muruga is also known as Subramanya or Kartikeya, as we all know. Narada, as you know, always causes troubles, which eventually lead to something good, and as always, he created a big nuisance by bringing only one mango. Shiva and Parvati thought their sons wouldn't mind sharing the fruit. Of course, any parent that is what we're going to teach our children, right? Share. But the mischievous Narada said, "Oh, this is the golden fruit of wisdom, and whoever eats this mango will be granted eternal knowledge and wisdom. However, there is a condition to eating this fruit," he warned. And with a smirk on his face, Narada continued saying, "This fruit has to be eaten by only one person." Shiva and his family were struggling to solve the problem. And Lord Shiva thought of an idea and decided, that whoever first circles the entire universe or the world 3 times in a row will get that mango. So Kartikeya was very happy, and he jumped onto his vehicle, which we know, the peacock, and was soon out of sight. Ganesha remained where he was with a thoughtful expression on his face. Just imagine the scenario. A bird versus a tiny mouse. Right? Bird, Ganesha's vehicle, a tiny mouse. How in the world could Ganesha's vehicle, a tiny mouse, beat that majestic peacock, the vehicle of Muruga, in its speed, right? This is where Ganesha's belief and Shraddha becomes an important lesson to all of us. He slowly made his way to his parents and bowed low before them. You know the rest of the story. He then started circling his parents Shiva and Parvati, who were perplexed. And Ganesha replied, "You are my parents, and you, my parents, are my universe and my whole world. So if I circle you, it means that I have circled the entire world." Saying this, he finished his third circle, and the happy and proud parents gave the mango fruit to him, to Ganesha. We know the story. And when Lord Muruga reached back, he was startled to find the mango fruit in Ganesha's hand. Feeling deceptive and angry, he left without a word and reached today's Palani Hill, where his parents rushed to pacify him. Of course, they pacified him and they called him Jnana Palani Niyappa, which means that you yourself are a bundle of wisdom. And from now on, this mountain or hill where he ran away because of you, this is going to be called Palani, Jnana Palani, the mountain of wisdom. So let's see what we can learn from this story we all know. Sibling rivalry existed even amongst gods. But how cleverly the parents handled the situation is important. How the parents can bring about win-win situations to conflicts is something to ponder about. Even when Muruga got angry and went away to Palani, because of the value of parents, they were able to turn the mistake around, and not just to pacify their son, but to the benefit of everyone. They named that mountain as Palani, and it's such a great pilgrimage center today, even today. And Lord Ganesha did not just act in a clever manner to get that mango fruit. We need to understand this. He had absolute, unquestionable, unequivocal, and undisputable Shraddha in him to do what he did. Lord Ganesha truly believed that his parents were his entire world, and he saw the entire universe in them. Just 3 stories that you know. So what is it that we have learned? If we can just take 2 simple messages from these stories, that would be great. What is that? We'll see. So let us pray Lord Ganesha and our Master to help us make a paradigm shift in the way we are looking at things, because as the saying goes, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So each and every story that we just heard, this message is reflected. How Ganesha was able to change the way he was looking at the situation. And how not only him, all of us got benefited because of that. And the second message would be, on this auspicious occasion, let us pray again to Lord Ganesha and our Master to bestow us all with the indubitable Shraddha to turn knowledge into action. Thank you.
Om Namo Narayana. We thank Dr. Vastari for her insightful discourse. Her words resonate with the aspirations of all spiritual seekers. May the teachings that we have received today inspire us to embark on a journey of spiritual evolution and devotion. Dear devotees, we are delighted to have a dance offering by the accomplished Dr. Jyoti Ramesar. Lord Ganesha is venerated at the commencement of every auspicious occasion. Gajaraj is an invocation to Lord Ganesha, the majestic king of elephants, celebrating his grandeur and paying homage to his divine name.
Om. I just wanted to say that we are so proud of Dr. Jyoti. From a little girl, she is here at this ashram and now a qualified medical doctor and still keeping up our culture. Thank you, Jyoti.
गजराज तो है शत शत प्रणाम गजराज तो है शत शत प्रणाम गजराज तो है शत शत प्रणाम नित दिन हर नर ले तेरा नाम नित दिन हर नर ले तेरा नाम हर योग में तेरा ही सम्मान तो है शत शत प्रणाम गजराज मृदंग के ताल संग तू लय धरता, तेरे दर्शन को मन करता, तो ही शत शत प्रणाम गजराज, तो है शत शत प्रणाम। नित दिन हर नर ले तेरा नाम, नित दिन हर नर ले तेरा नाम, हर युग में तेरा ही सम्मान, तो ही शत शत प्रणाम गजराज, तो है शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम।
On page 40.
गौरी नंदन गजवदना, गणेश वरदा मां पाहि। 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 गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा, गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा, गणेश वरदा मां पाहि। गणेश वरदा मां पाहि। गजानना गजानना, गजानना सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। श्री गणपति भगवान की जय।
Let us sit for a few moments silently and contemplate on the presence of the Atman in each and every one of us. All the lessons point to the fact that within us is all knowledge, all purity, all joy and bliss. Whatever we seek is actually within us. We comprehend and meditate on that divine being, the one with the twisted trunk. May that one-tusked Lord, Sri Ganesha, enlighten our intellect so that we may realize the supreme truth. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let us lovingly stand and offer the Arati, page 240, 240.
जय जगदीश हरे स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ॐ तत्सत् जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय महामाई की जय स्वामी जी महाराज की जय गंगा मात की जय महावीर स्वामी जी की जय सर्व ऋषि मुनियों की जय पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव की जय श्री गणपति भगवान